Good morning, staffing professionals. Kristen O'Hagan here, Brilliant One Solutions. On this fantastic day, we get to be here. We get to be alive. We get a body. We get a place to go and hang our hat, right? And get to work and talk to people. And wow, how exciting. I want to talk today a little bit about the cold call, which I'm happy with cold calling. Because I like to know what's possible, and I'm not afraid to have a conversation to find that out. I like to get still even when I'm frightened, right? So I make the cold call, and I like to actually, what I do is I kind of set up maybe 50 or 100 calls because I've sourced companies, I have the names. So I take my pad, I spend about 2 hours in the morning cold calling the companies that I have sourced. So I source them, hard target, find out who's working across the street at a competitor site of one of my clients. So I'll go into there and I'll source and I'll get names. And then I recruit those names as need be. Unless I'm just filling a pipeline, then I'll recruit them strategically. Because if I'm going into the same company and I'm actually sourcing people and recruiting people, there might be 5 people in one company that I'd like for my clients. So what I'll do is I'll strategically recruit them. I mean, you would never recruit the manager first. If I have 5 names in a company, I'm not recruiting the manager first. I'm going to recruit maybe the salesperson or the recruiters and then lead my way up to the person that I'm looking for. But I don't want to get the whistleblower first, is my point. I'm not going to go for the person that's going to warn everybody that Kristen O'Hagan is a hard target search recruiter in Chicago and she's coming in the building via phone. So it's a lot of fun. Get the names and I start cold calling as need be. And of course I respect people's space and time. I'm always looking at creative ways to get a hold of people to kind of buffer any thoughts that they may have about me calling. So I try to take on all of the conversation if I do call them at work. And that's fun too, because they pretty much don't have to talk. They can just say yes or no, right? So let's say I make a cold call and I get somebody live. What I'm going to let them know right away is that I'm a recruiter for a national search firm. And I know that they might be guarded and not be able to speak freely. That is out of the gates. I'm a recruiter for a national search firm. I understand you may be guarded and not be able to speak freely. How's my timing right now? They might say not good. And I'll say, great, may I have your cell phone number? Just call out the numbers and I'll give you a call. They call it out, I write it down, and then I follow through. But what I like to do is if I get a voicemail is I want to establish curiosity. I wrote on these cool cards for everybody. But to establish curiosity is how I seem to get them to call me back, is I give them enough to get them to want more. But I don't give them enough to decide on their own whether or not this is a call they should make. Because if left to a human being, right, they are going to procrastinate. I'm thinking of them more than they're thinking of me. I'm the one looking for that person. So whenever someone says, oh, well, just give me your name and number and I'll have them call you back. Like that is like to a recruiter, because like I share with people who say that is, hey, I'm going to be thinking about that candidate way more than they're going to be thinking about me. And so if you wouldn't mind, it's a harmless call. I would be, professional as I did today, cold calling you. I would do that for anybody that you refer as well. So I would like the phone number. So I like to take control of that, of course. And then I just establish some great curiosity, especially if it's like a client or a company that I'm trying to land. And it might be a little bit of a tougher one, let's say, for some reason I may think that it is. So I kind of go in and I'm always just trying to be a little bit more creative. And so I establish curiosity. I might say, hi, Jill. Kristen O'Hagan here. I left a staff meeting this morning. Your name came up, your firm's name came up, and that's what's inspired my call to you today. I'm blown away. Could you give me a call back? 954, blah, blah, blah. You guys all know my phone number. I've been giving it out for 23 years. But so that person is going to hear that call and they're going to be curious and most likely call me back. And if not, of course, I'm going to follow up again, which I always leave in the voicemail as well, as I let them know. Not when I'm establishing curiosity, but if it's somebody that I want to allow the room to not call me back and give myself the room to be able to call them back, I'll let them know that if I don't hear from you, of course, I will follow up. Thanks so much and have a great day. It really works. Cold calling is fun. We're just looking to make a connection, be of service, see how we can help. And the more we're coming from that really open, powerful love space. And again, if we've had the morning meeting and we've boosted ourselves and we've complimented ourselves and we're working closest to the money, then dialing for dollars and having fun, and every no you're closer to a yes, just bring on the no's. As my mother used to say, if it takes 100 no's to get a yes, go get your 99 no's, girl. Like, go. And every time you get a no, I'm not interested, get excited because you're closer to the yes. So it's like wham, 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 which is why I call it like, just banging them out, free throwing, staying in the game. This is the funnest I've ever had. And I'm excited for you guys to continue on this journey with me so that we can just keep increasing our success and decreasing our failure rate. Love you. Talk with you guys soon. And thanks for working with me on this. I've never done this before. So forgive me if I make mistakes and I'm not perfect, because I'm definitely not. Anyways, let's keep having fun and make today great. And I will be back.